Hi guys, my name is Sammy Maangi. This is funny. This is really funny because I'm not used to being this side of the set. I'm used to being behind or being the person to ask questions. So nikiambiwa nijiintroduce. But in a nutshell, my name is Sammy Maangi. My friends call me Nyoxx. And my girlfriend doesn't want me to be called Nyoxx. I'm still trying to figure out why. But yeah. Pretty much I'm a communicator. I have studied communication. I love theater. I love acting. I'm also a trained I'm a trained filmmaker. I love directing. So yeah, I'm a film person. I'm a media personality. Media practitioner. Personality kuna sama make it huku. Me, I'm just a media practitioner. Yeah, that's who I am in a nutshell. In my 20s, in my 20th birthday specifically, I remember I was eating life with a big spoon. Not that I was making money, but the money I was making was used very irresponsibly. Very irresponsibly. I can't tell you I had a birthday, I'd be lying. Because in my 20s I was already in theater and I was traveling theater. I'm not sure if I was in Elite Productions or Informatrix. Isn't group Yes. But in a nutshell, I'd say I was eating life with a big spoon, very responsibly. Am I proud of it? Not really, but I'm happy because it's made me who I am right now. I'd say I'm in my mid-20s. Mid-20s ni hapo 24, 26, but pretty much not less than 25. So at least you can have an idea. But my 20s has been a journey. I wish someone told me the repercussions to the choices that I made. And even if they told me, the truth is I would have still done what I did. But it's been a journey. I wouldn't. The things that I did, I would not want to have done them. But if I look back and look at who I am right now, I'm pretty much happy I did it in my early 20s, not where I am right now. But one thing I can confidently say right now, maze life I in a script. Because truth, but I think there are many people who heard the story of this is how my life is gonna play out. I'm one of those guys. I knew because nilimaliza high school pretty early. I was nilimaliza high school at 16. So in the back of my mind I was like nitamaliza degree by 20, nifanye masters by 22 I'm done. By 24, 25 I'm a professor or a doctor.
Unavaa tu miwani sana.
Kitu anakaribia.
Look at me now.
You're trapped.
The point is, it's good to have those ambitions. It's a very good to have those ambitions. But don't beat yourself when things don't happen your way. Just appreciate the place you're in life and realize that there are more challenges that are yet to come your way. So if you beat yourself about what you didn't do, there's still more that you need to do, and you probably won't do them in the time that you've set for yourself. So I think I've learned to be kind to myself. So anyway, in a nutshell, my 20s has been an interesting journey. Yeah. My childhood was pretty easy. I'd agree with one of the guests, because I've watched some of the shows that have been on this set. I would agree with one of the guests who said, right now in Kenya tumezoea kupatana ile narrative ya mazeni I come from a humble background. Inaanzanga hivyo. I come from a humble background. In a sense, trying to say I come from a very poor place. I wouldn't say I come from a very poor place. I'd say I'm fortunate. My family is pretty much from middle class in a sense, because my mom was a teacher. She's not retired. Was a teacher, and he didn't have the benefits to be brought up with my dad, not because he went MIA, but because he died when I was pretty young. But I'd say my childhood was pretty okay. Of course, the things that I wanted, wait, were there? Hakuna. I'd be like, I was a child, I didn't know shit. So to sit here and tell you, by the way, kuna vitu nilikuwa nataka. And I don't know, people who are here, them say that, I'm like, wewe ulikuwa ushajua chenye unataka when you're 3 years old or 5 years old. Maybe now you'd wish that you wanted those things. But for me, I'd say I had a fairly okay childhood, and being brought up by my mom. Well, your mom, thank you for the psychological trauma that you gave me. The good ones. Because my mom used to explain to me when I'm being caned. You know how that is really cool. So Sam uliiba sukari. Yes. And my mom, unaona wale anakuchapa, lakini before kuchape anakuexplainia, alafu anakuexplain na kiboko iko hapo hivyo. So in your head you know it's going to be, yani after this long speech it's just going to end with tears. So I had that kind of mom, and I raised up in a way that I understood every mistake I made, and I was given the liberty to choose. Ni viboko ngapi unataka kwa makosa yako? Of course, being a child, 2. But hiyo 2 niambiwa hiyo 2 ni yako. Yangu ni 3. Hizo ni 5. Kwa makosa umefanya, na the explanation and the whipping came later on. But I'd say with the upbringing that I had from my mom, made me understand that the things that you'll decide, the choices that you'll make, and zitakuja kukuuma right in the ass. Now itakuwa funny. It's going to be funny when it comes back to eat you up. But that kind of upbringing has made me understand that, hey, Sammy, where you are right now in life, you need to be more up with the decisions that you're making. The sense that kama unafanya kitu mbaya, first acknowledge ni kitu mbaya na ujue consequences zake. Then from there, know if you still want to do it. Just first acknowledge. Yeah, but in a sense, that kind of upbringing has made me appreciate and understand the choices that I make as a young man in Nairobi. First of all, I'd say this. I'm really sorry. Really sorry to the ladies who I played with. It's not funny, right? Okay, it's funny right now, but at the moment, it wasn't really wise of me to do that. But yes, my love life has evolved in the sense that now I appreciate love. Earlier on I said my girlfriend doesn't want me to use the word Nyoxx. Rather doesn't prefer me being called Nyoxx. That means I'm in a relationship. But right now, in the place where I'm in life, I appreciate love, and I appreciate the people who are in my life. Not just romantic love. I suppose it's not pretty much tied to romantic love, but I've grown to appreciate the people who are there in my life, and keeping your friends closer than your family. Family will be there when you're dead, or when you're being bailed out, or things like that. But yes, I'm again to the ladies who tuliwestiana time. I'm sorry, but it's been a growth of appreciating the mistakes I made. I don't know if I should say this, but either I'm going to, because Nyambek soon leave me. Before being in the relationship that I'm in right now, I deliberately took a break from playing with people's hearts, to be specific, ladies, because I realized I was not very good at keeping relationships, because I was afraid of commitment. Commitment was actually an issue for me. I don't trust people easily, and once you let me down, and with the fact that I really hate apologies, that made me not be very okay in terms of being in a relationship. So I took a break to see where my life is at, and I think that's where my career also took a different turn. But the 2 years were a period for me to acknowledge the mistakes that I've made. I'm not saying in the 2 years I didn't make some. I also made some. Kuna wale wenye walikuwa najua Sammy is deliberately wasting time with you. But in the 2 years, I'd say I understood who I am, who I want to be, and what love really means, and how deliberate I need to be regarding to getting into a relationship. So for the 2 years, I think I met someone the one I'm dating right now, and we'll see how that goes. I was trapped. Am I thriving? I'm headed. I believe thriving is a process. But if it's regarding to daily conquest, I think I'm thriving to it. I have been trapped, yes, and
Unakuwa emotional.
Sorry.
the one thing I'll change in my 20s is the ladies who I played with. I'm saying that deliberately because I had niliumiza madem kadhaa. I'd change that. Something else. I appreciate the experience that I had in my previous job, but I wasted good number of years. But I appreciate it. Yes. Says kuna celebrity crush kweli? Says it's ina. But for the longest time, like before I stopped thinking about celebrity crushes, I had a thing for Avril. Yes.
No wonder the co-option happened for you. I love you.
Ile option ya kukill kuna tunapeleka cartoon. But it's not like a hater, no. You're good in what you do. I genuinely enjoy you. But kill. Sawa, kill her. Cartoon. King Kalala. I wish King Kalala mtu kupiga tu story naye. But ikienda sana naweza jipata tu nimemkiss. But aish. Hey. Sasa nijua kuna options zingine. Sina options zingine. Ningekuwa tu for fun sake tucheke sawa tungecheka. Yeah.
Okay, so
Actually, yeah. Wabosha and Nikita. Wabosha tu ni mtu kukiss peke yake ya nani?
Nikita, don't smash.
Nikita nda smash.
So you wouldn't marry anyone?
Actually, to be honest, nikiwa watu wawili alafu nikiss watu wawili. To the gentleman who just stepped into your 20s, it's about to get messy. 1, 2, life in a script. Ile notion ulikuwa nayo ya when I grow up, I want to have a moti at 27. The guys who bought motis in their 20s. But hiyo notion ya you want to marry by 26 and you have all like everything is figured out by forget it. Life at 20s it starts to get messy. I always say this. There are 2 marks in life. 1, pretty much life starts after your campus life. After campus hapo ndio life inaanza. And okay, sijafika 40, so I wouldn't say life starts at 40. But pretty much life starts after umaliza campo. And 2, life inaanza time yenye umediscover what your purpose really is. Once umediscover, could it be business? Could be anything that keeps you going, keeps you alive. Pretty much bubbles your world of passion. The moment you discover that, that's when you start living. So forget the script, life becomes messy. But most importantly, I wouldn't tell you trust the process, trust the one who's in charge of the process. Yeah, thank you for watching.